Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. Reminder of our top stories now. Department of State Security Service says leader of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, Ibrahim El-Zakzaki, is being detained to guarantee his safety. Senate steps down bill for the establishment of a Northeast Development Commission over division on location and funding of the proposed commission. The Nigeria Industries Transparency Initiative indicts the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation for not remitting over $1 billion paid by the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas in 2013 into the Federation account. And French police say the man who killed a couple near Paris was responding to calls by the Islamic State to kill infidels. Just a quick reminder to you that all our top stories are on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. And do visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. And we encourage you to use the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. We can now share with you some of those photos sent into our Eyewitness portal. And first is this one from Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital, showing a child of school age hawking. Our Eyewitness reporter wants the government to stop this trend. Our next photo was sent in from Jebba Road in Kwara State, and it shows the after effect of a road accident involving a truck. Our Eyewitness reporter calls on the state authorities to fix this road. And from Yola, the Adamawa state capital, comes our next photo, and it shows a dilapidated road. Our Eyewitness reporter is asking the government to repair it. This one was sent in from Asaba, the Delta state capital. Our Eyewitness reporter calls on residents to support efforts being made by the government to fix it. Let's end with this video from the IDP's camp in Borno State. It shows storekeepers at the camp repacking food items into smaller bags to ease distribution to beneficiaries. Thanks a lot for sending in all your pictures, and do continue to do so. The Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative has accused the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation of failure to remit over $1 billion paid by the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas in 2013 into the Federation account. The Executive Secretary of NEITI, Mr. Waziri Adio, made the accusation at a meeting to discuss the audit reports of the nation's extractive industries in Abuja. According to him, although the NNPc acknowledged remittances from the NLNG to the tune of $13 billion in the last 8 years, it never remitted same to the Federation account.
Conveners of this meeting say one of its objectives is to facilitate stakeholders' engagement on some of the findings from the NEITI audit report for 2013. The Executive Secretary of NEITI highlights some of the key findings of that report, which he wants the audience to engage. Some of those findings include the over $1 billion remitted to the NNPc by the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas in 2013, but was never paid into the Federation account.
Before, NLNG paid $1.289 billion to NNPc, and NNPc acknowledged receiving this money. But this money has not gone to the Federation account or to the federal government. I want to say this again. There's lack of clarity, or there's some argument about whether the investment in NLNG belongs to the federal government or to the Federation. But whatever it is, whichever way it's resolved, what we can establish is that over 8 years, NLNG remitted almost $13 billion to NNPc. And NNPc acknowledged receiving that money, but the money has not gone to the Federation account or to the federal government.
The report also says the federal government processed as subsidy to the NNPc 1.3 trillion naira in 2013. This represents 26% of the 2013 national budget. However, the Minister of Solid Minerals, who was represented by a director in the ministry, urges the National Assembly to pass the Petroleum Industry Bill to address some of the recurring issues in the sector.
It is also our hope that the bill, when passed and signed, will address the governance issues that have bedeviled our oil and gas sector. We therefore call on the legislature to expedite action on the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill, which is presently before the Senate.
Meanwhile, the Executive Secretary of NEITI recommends that there is a need for stronger synergy among government agencies to checkmate each other's operations.
There should be greater synergy between the various government agencies. For example, you should not export minerals without collecting certificates from a particular government agency, and there's no collaboration between custom and that government agency, and we need to have better synergy to make sure that we get all the revenues that we should get and we capture all we're producing.
It is hoped that this engagement will produce results that will lead to the tracking of government earnings from the extractive industries.
The House of Representatives has mandated its Committee on Agriculture Production and Services to investigate the scarcity of fertilizer in the country. In a motion considered by the lawmakers, the House noted that the agriculture sector is key to the government's efforts to diversify the economy. The committee is expected to submit its report within the next 4 weeks.
Aware of the importance of agriculture in driving the diversification of our economy and averting the looming famine due to the shortage of some essential agricultural products. Disturbed that the once available agricultural input, which used to get to the farmers directly at affordable price, has become unavailable and unaffordable to the farmers, in spite of its necessity for the anticipated increase in agri yield as a catalyst in achieving diversified economy for Nigeria. This is to the extent that 50 kg bag of urea fertilizer now goes for around 7,800, while the NPk 1515 goes around 9,000 only. Concerned that if this situation is allowed without check, unavailability and unaffordability of fertilizer can lead to a very serious problem for the agricultural sector and has potential for causing a serious macroeconomic problem.
A group of youths in Plateau State, north-central Nigeria, today took to the streets, protesting the inclusion of Plateau on the list of states that have agreed to provide land to be used as grazing reserves. The youths are calling on the state governments to engage the people in proper sensitization and awareness on the policy before its implementation.
They are protesting the federal government's decision to provide land for herdsmen, all under the watchful eye of security officials. Reiterating the concerns of youths, convener and leader of the firm expresses fears on government's action, which he says can jeopardize the relative peace being enjoyed in the state.
And that we need to be consulted so that we're able to know what really the policy entails. And from the intervention and consultation with security agencies, we agreed that government should go and look into this issue very well, and we have given them an ultimatum of 1 week to be able to get back to us.
Whichever group is agitated, they have rights to express their opinion. So we did not say they should not express their opinion, but it has to be in a peaceful manner. And that they have done. They have presented their papers, and the representative of the government has responded. So I think everything is in order. There is peace.
Meanwhile, the state government has denied its involvement in taking any decision on the grazing reserve policy.
Plateau State has not adopted this policy from anywhere, and neither is the government supporting that bill that is there lying in the House of Representatives. And neither is the government alluding, or rather subscribing to, or in terms of support or what have you, to the previous bill that was submitted, because we understand the danger that it holds for the unity and peace and security of our own people here on the Plateau.
With the history of violence stemming from herdsmen attack in the state, it is no surprise that this protest has emerged. But there is urgent need for more meaningful dialogue between the government and the people in order to have a common ground on the issue before it escalates into another crisis.
The News at 10 returns. Figures from the National Bureau of Statistics show the nation's inflation at 6-year high of 15.6%. That will be on business. Just stay with us.